I'm so sorry it's been so long. It's been so long, hasn't it? Well, welcome back. Hi to anybody who's new here, I'm Danny. Yeah, I thought I'd do something really out of the ordinary today. Following my normal routine, I thought I would do a makeup video for you. I know it's been so long since December and all I can do is apologise. My health has been really, really bad. But I am getting through my first year of my masters. It's not going particularly well, but I'm back and I'm going to try and do as many makeup videos sort of while I've got a bit of energy before I start my next course of treatment while I can. So what are we going to do today? Also, I just hope you're all really well. How have you been? But yeah, I just fancied, I've got some energy today and I just thought I'm gonna do some makeup for you. And I thought, what have people been asking for? A lot of people have been asking for a Kate Middleton one. So you'll have to excuse how I look today. The treatment is definitely taking its toll. But a lot of people have been asking for a Kate Middleton video. Sort of an updated version of the ones I've previously done on her wedding and things like that. So I thought, why not do a coronation inspired Kate Middleton one. So the coronation is tomorrow here in the UK and we are super excited. Well, at least I am anyway. But the whole town is, the cathedral's all decorated and ready. We've brought a little picnic in. We're going to do a little afternoon tea. It's going to be really, really nice. We've got the bunting up. Yes, very, very excited for the coronation of King Charles III tomorrow. So Kate has been out and about a lot lately and some of her makeups have been quite different for her. Her makeup at Easter was particularly beautiful. She really suits wearing that blue. She doesn't tend to deviate very much at all from her makeup. As we know, she tends to like to do her makeup still herself. Those of you, some of you may know, some of you may not. I used to work for Bobbi Brown, and it is known that I think Kate did her own makeup on the wedding day, but she took some lessons from the then Bobbi Brown pro Hannah Martin, who is just amazing. And I think Hannah helped on the day, possibly doing, we think, Pippa's makeup and possibly Carol's makeup, and certainly gave some assistance to the bride, but the bride did want to do her own makeup, like many brides. But she had some assistance, and also from some other makeup artists, and certainly a lot of skincare help. But and then Hannah Martin also did Princess Eugenie's wedding makeup. So Kate has two looks. She has her day-to-day, it's a very uniform look for her. Quite strong brows, not overly drawn in or anything like that, quite natural still. She likes a really solid base, but it's probably quite matte in nature. She does love a blush. And she likes her greys and muted brown tones on her eyes. She used to like to wear a lot of heavy black eyeliner. She's sort of dropped that. Well, she still wears it, but it's not as heavy, and she goes for more of a winged look these days. It used to be a lot of under eye eyeliner. Okay, so I will use as many of the products that I know that are similar to what Kate uses. So first things first, so I have used my vitamin enriched face base from Bobbi Brown, and I think I'm going to pop on some Bobbi Brown Extra Illuminating Moisture Balm Bare Glow. I feel like this is something that Kate might use just to get a little bit of a glow without using anything that's too obvious. So this is a lovely balm that just gives a nice bit of extra moisturiser and hydration to the skin with giving it a little glow. I like to wear this if I'm just popping out and just want to kind of even out skin tone. There's absolutely no colour in it, but it gives a lit from within glow when you then apply the foundation, and it also provides another layer for the foundation to go onto. And certainly she seems to want to do her own makeup a lot. I think she has some help with her hair, getting that beautiful blow dry, but she seems to do her own makeup. So the foundation that was probably used at the time has been discontinued, but just shortly, not long after, this beautiful foundation was launched by Bobbi. Just when I just started working for them, and it's Skin Longwear Weightless Foundation, which is full cover, oil-free shine control, and I use the shade Ivory. Kate is probably a little bit warmer than me, so possibly a sand. I wouldn't say she's a beige, probably a sand, maybe warm sand. So I'm going to use that. But at the time we did have the Bobbi Brown foundation stick, which is still probably one of my favourite foundations in my bridal makeup kit for my clients at the minute. I've used this since then, for all this time, and it's perfect for keeping in the bag for brides, for top-ups, and I quite often use it on high colour areas after I've applied this base, just to give a little bit of extra, on areas that need a little bit of extra cover, so like on my cheeks and things like that where I've got high colour. So let's do our base. Okay, so that's my base on. It's a little light for me at the minute, possibly, so I could probably go up to a warm ivory. Occasionally when I get a tiny bit of tan, which isn't very often, I can go up to a sand, but not very often really. I'm still very pale. Next I'm going to cover my very dark circles with the Bobbi Brown Correct It in Extra Light Peach. I'm literally touching pan. I need to get one of the sticks. I've got the stick in light bisque, extra light bisque. I need to get it in the peach though. The stick is definitely a lot easier to apply rather than the old way, but it really, really works. So you just apply it a little under the eyes. So just apply it a little under the eyes and pat it in. I can already see a difference between the two eyes. It just neutralises any sort of dark cool tones from blueness under the eyes, yellowness. It just creates a nice canvas for concealer to go on top of. So just pat that in. Concealer, I would say she probably used Bobbi Brown Creamy Concealer. I have run out, so I'm going to go for Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place Flawless Wear Concealer, and that is in 1C Light Cool. Okay, so that is my base and concealer. Now I'm going to go in with a powder. So I'm going to use Bobbi Brown and Nude Finish Illuminating Powder in Bare. So Kate does have quite a, I mean, really she's the Princess of Wales. The Princess of Wales. She has quite a, like I said, a matte finish. And again, I think she probably would add a powder just to add longevity to her base for the, you know, very long days out, never know the weather. So this is Bare, the colour, and I'm touching pan. I love this product. It's a lovely powder. I remember starting with Bobbi and just, you know, the royal wedding hadn't long happened and being so excited by the fact that the Duchess of Cambridge, you know, used the products. I was just like, wow. And I've always loved bridal makeup, and then, you know, after I left the NHS initially, I went back obviously, but I set up a makeup. I've always been in makeup. I had started makeup jobs when I was 17, so I've been consistently working in makeup ever since. And then I did my course with the NHS and got my career as an anaesthetic practitioner. So I've always done things alongside each other, but bridal makeup. So I set up my own bridal makeup business like 2011, just before we got married. And I think that was the first time that I used a Bobbi Brown product, was my own wedding makeup. And it was a beautiful shimmer brick. So like this, but really, really pink. And we based a lot of our wedding on the royal wedding of Kate and William. Very, very similar in terms of, you know, if he got married in a sailor's uniform, not an army uniform, in a dockyard rather than Westminster Abbey. And but yeah, the colour theme and things like that, we definitely tried to go for red, white and royal navy blue uniform, all of that. But I went for as much of a similar dress as I could find and as similar makeup as I could find for the time. And I remember getting this Bobbi Brown contact and just being like, oh my god, I must be almost like a royal bride now. Absolutely insane. And then when I got the chance to work for the company, I jumped at the chance, and I just thought, wow. These are new products, new tools that I've got. I've seen that everybody's using these. I don't know how I feel about it. I think it's quite nice for smoothing things out. I will keep trying them. Okay, so we've done our powder. Okay, so we've got a really nice matte looking base that's going to last the day, but it's a really good coverage. And the lovely thing about this foundation is it's so super light wear. It just feels very lightweight, like feather on your face, really. The nice thing about this foundation is it's so lightweight. It's, you know, and it doesn't feel heavy, it doesn't feel like a mask, it doesn't feel like heavy and claggy and oily. And I don't particularly like matte foundations. I tend to be much more of a dewy base type of girl, but I have to say on brides I absolutely love this. And I switched from using double wear to using this for my bridal clients in my private business, because it really does last the day and it looks lovely in photos. The light's really not very nice in here, but you can already see it's really evened out my skin tone, so I'm really liking that a lot. Okay, so we're going to go on to blush. Now blush is something that Kate really, really likes. I would say she's transitioned, so it was very, very pink. So I would say she probably had pale pink Pot Rouge by Bobbi Brown on the day, and possibly something like Desert Pink or Peony Pink blush, possibly Peony. On the day it was very, very pink, but again her makeup needed to be a bit stronger to stand out for all of those people watching and all of the cameras. I think as time's moved on she has transitioned her blush a little bit. It's definitely a little bit, taking it down a notch, it's a lot softer. So today I'm a big fan of double blush. I'm going to use cream blush is huge these days, and I would like to say that I have been using it for a very long time and recommending it on here for a long time. One of the originals, Pot Rouge for Lips and Cheeks by Bobbi Brown, and in Fresh Melon today. So the pale pink was quite a vibrant pink. Today we're going to go for something I think she might use at the minute. She's using more peachy pinky tones. The pink's definitely still there for certain days, but I'm going to go for a peachy pinky tone. Some people do this differently. Some people apply the cream product first, then the powder. I like to, or the other way, I like to do the cream product first, then the powder. But as I've always said on here, each to their own, do what works for you. This is what works for me. So I'm going to take the Pot Rouge in Fresh Melon on a Real Technique stippling brush and just push it onto the skin, on the apples of the cheeks. And you want most of the product to go on the apple, and then just push in what's left on the brush further up. Again, when you've got high colour like me, I tend to avoid true pinky pinks these days just because it can make it worse. Okay, next we're going to use the blush. And I'm going to go with this one here from a Bobbi Brown palette, and this is Desert Blush. So normally at this stage of my makeup I would be doing a bit of bronzer. I don't think she really wears it. She is known to use the shimmer brick in the bronze. I don't have it anymore. It fell and it broke and I was heartbroken, and I need to get another one. So occasionally she will use a bit of that, but she doesn't go in for hard bronzer and she certainly doesn't seem to do contour. So I'm going to leave it at that. It's very, very simple makeup. So we're going to use the Desert Blush. Just a little bit on the brush. And again, just going to kiss the cheeks. Most of the product on the apple to give you a lovely natural flush. And then just take the product further up. Don't go any further than the sort of corner where your lashes stop, really. And then just blend it up and out. And the nice thing for me is I do like a blush, and so does Kate, so that makes me super happy. And then what I do sometimes when it's a little bit strong is just blend it out. Okay, next I'm going to do, highlighter is an odd thing. I don't think she uses very much, so I'm actually going to use the shimmer brick. So like I was saying that she uses in bronze, I'm going to use it in Nectar. So this came out before highlighting was a really big deal, so sort of we're talking like 2011, 2012, and it's just shimmer. It's a little bit lighter, quite a lot lighter than a highlight, and she really doesn't have much, so I'm going to have to be very gentle. And it's just meant to give a tiny glow to the cheeks. A little bit down. The nice thing about this product is multi-dimensional. So some of these you can use as really pretty eyeshadows just on a finger. It's one of those products that I take in a bag with a mascara, and one of Bobbi's products like this, one of their palettes. Bronzer, blush, eyeshadow. Stick this in there as an extra eyeshadow and highlighter, mascara, and you're away, and a lipstick. Okay. I, on the other hand, do like a little bit of highlight, so I'm going to be a bit naughty and deviate from the plan and use a Bobbi Brown highlighter in Honey Glow. Just a real tiny amount. Just down the nose. Just under the brow. And then just very lightly on the cheeks. Okay. Next we are going to do eyebrows. So she keeps her brows really naturally fluffy. They're very defined, but they're not heavy makeup at all. So I'm going to use Gimme Brow by Benefit. Such an easy product to use. I think she probably uses powder. And I think she uses Bobbi Brown's eyebrow powder, similar to Browsings from Benefit, or possibly the Bobbi Brown brow pencil, which I love, but again I've run out of. So she has really natural but defined brows. You can see the difference, that makes such a difference. So you're just working it through the brow, down to the tail, and back again. And what it does is it's just filling those sparse areas. Or if you're like me and you're 40, oh my god, and they're going slightly grey like your hair, just gives a little bit of tint to it as well. But it's such an easy and effective product to use. Perfect. Now I think that Kate probably uses a little bit of powder, so I'm going to do that just to fill in some of my more sparser areas. This is such an old product, you can't even get it anymore, and I really need to get a new brow powder, but Tanya Burr, Perfect Brows palette, and I absolutely love it. It's so old, I really need to get something new, but so it just really works. It's really good. Love this product. So Kate's brows have definitely changed over the years. She's definitely sort of not doing as much. She had sort of wiry, thin brows like me back in 2012. We all did. I had a disaster of a threading just before my wedding, and I have been trying to get them back ever since, because I did have quite thick natural brows before that. And let's face it, in the 90s, anyone of our generation, we all went on an over plucking mission, didn't we? So this is the shade Hot Cocoa. I just find the older I get, I still want them to be defined and I want them to last, but I just want them to look filled in, well defined, but natural, and to frame my face. Okay, that's looking a bit better. Okay, that's looking good. Forgot how much I like that product. Okay, we're getting somewhere. So eyes, this is a really big thing. So I personally think that she would probably love the Longwear Cream Shadow Sticks from Bobbi, and I think she probably does use them. So things like Golden Pink, Taupe, I think she probably uses them a lot. These I use a lot on brides. They're so nice. They're just really long wear. They don't crease. They're beautiful. And you get them in a range of shades. I tend to, when I really need to be really quick in the morning, I add one of these on the lid and a darker colour in the crease and just blend it out, and you're away. So another thing that I keep in my really quick makeup bag. So I think she probably does use those, but I'm going to go for sort of her signature look today. Now I've heard that she used to love the Naked Reloaded palette. Now they haven't done that for a little while. But I've heard that she likes the Naked 3 palette. Now if we look at this, it's very Princess of Wales. So she probably uses pretty much all of these. She's used peachy tones recently and these sort of muted browns and taupes, and then she definitely uses a grey. I think she often lines her eyes with a darker brown rather than a liner as well. So we could use that. So if you're looking to do a Kate Middleton Princess of Wales look, you could definitely use that palette, or you could go a bit rogue and go for the Empowered palette by Huda. I'm loving this at the minute. Look at these colours, and I think I would probably use for Big Dreams this one here, and Winner and Worthy, so the greys and the browns. I'm going to stick to Old Faithful Naked 3, and we're going to use that today, so let's go. So first things first, I'm going to take Strange, the ivory colour, and pop that under the brow and all over the lid. Next, I'm going to use the shade Mugshot, this light brown here, on the lid, and then I'm going to use Factory in the crease, and then I'm going to apply a bit of the grey dark side. So we'll see how we go. Okay, wish me luck. Okay, so I'm not taking it too deep into the crease. I really like that, that's quite pretty. I might take a bit of Liar, slightly lighter, just onto the middle section. Okay. Next, I'm going to do the crease, which I'm going to do with a little bit of Factory, this one here. Gosh, that's quite heavy. Didn't realise it was as heavy as that. that. Okay, so what I need now is to buff it out. Next, I'm going to do the grey, so I'm going to use Dark Side. So I'm taking this mostly right down the bottom. Now, her using a grey really picks up the colour in her eyes, which is really pretty. I think she has greeny, sort of hazily green eyes, similar to me. Very excited to see who's going to be playing her in The Crown. I think they have announced it. It's quite interesting because they were here in Winchester filming for The Crown recently, because they used Winchester Cathedral as the Westminster Abbey, right down the road from us. So it was pretty cool to see them doing that. Okay, so as we've said, she used to use a lot of black eyeliner and in the waterline. She doesn't do that as much anymore, more for nights out. So she does use a liner in the, not in the waterline, just in the lash line. It's either a grey or a sort of a darker brown, not really black at the minute. So I'm going to use one of these two colours. I'm probably going to use Dark Heart, which is the brown, just to contrast the grey, because I'm going to do grey liner on the top. So I'm just taking that on a liner brush, and it's very gently done. Using powder is just a really soft alternative and quite long wearing. Definitely doesn't smudge as much. She just takes it right in that lash line. It's definitely not up into the crease side, it's not into the corner, so don't be fooled that it is. I think the reason for this is she doesn't tend to put mascara on her bottom lashes so that it doesn't drop and it doesn't smudge. One of the main rules at Bobbi is she doesn't like mascara on the bottom lashes, and I quite agree a lot of the time. You can get really good bottom lash mascaras like the one from Clinique, which is a really fine brush and very small, so you can get in there and it doesn't budge, but I think for days where you want to, I would just focus on top lashes and then just line with powder like this, and it just gives that illusion that you've done that. If you hear purring, it's Tinky, she's here. Say hi, Tinky. She says hi. I'm just going to take that same Dark Heart colour and go right up to the lash line. It gives such definition and lift to the lashes. Does she do a flick? Yes, she does, but I believe it is with powder. It's never heavy. So I'm just gonna flick up, and it is very soft. Up and out. And it just opens up the corner of her eye. Next, I'm going to take Steeler's liner, Stay All Day Waterproof Liquid Liner. I love the black of this, and I think she probably likes it too. Bobbi Brown do their own liquid liner. I think if she's wearing black liner, she has, certainly on her wedding day, she would have worn the black ink gel liner, the black gel liner from Bobbi. There's a lovely chocolate brown one as well, and there is a grey, a slate grey, so she may use those. Those are used on a brush. and they are very long wear and they don't budge, so I do use them a lot on brides. I am really liking Steeler's pens at the minute. I use the black a lot. These are the Stay All Day waterproof liquid eyeliners, and I'm going to use that today because I've run out of the Bobby, and I'm going, it's trying to find the colour for you. Intense Labradorite, but it's a grey essentially. Just going to go right up to the lash line. Okay, so she never wears lashes, as in falsies. She doesn't appear to have lash extensions. So she uses a fibre mascara with a nice thick brush. And she may curl her lashes. I'm not going to today. My lashes are falling out pretty badly at the minute, so it won't look too great, but she doesn't use falsies, so I'm not going to. I've been told that she loves the Smoky Eye Mascara from Bobby. Probably what she wore on the day. With what we do at Bobby is add a top coat of No Smudge Mascara. So I would use Smoky Eye Mascara on brides, then a top coat, just one coat of No Smudge Mascara. Lock it down. No Smudge is actually a really good mascara on its own, so any brides out there, that's a really good waterproof mascara to go for. I really think this look would be quite bridal actually. So yeah, or certainly as wedding guest. But anyway, so I've heard she likes Hypnose mascara by Lancome, which I also love, but I don't have any. I usually get it at Christmas, and I didn't this year. Mike. Add that to your list for next year, babe. So I'm going to use Climax by Narcissist because it's a nice thick brush. I think she would also like my favourite mascara of all time is Bobby's Eye Opening Mascara. So I think she possibly uses that as well. So I'm going to do Climax by NARS today. So it's quite a natural look, but again, defined. With a well tried and tested mascara, I'm sure that she has found does not drop on her or smudge, because that wouldn't do at all, would it? Okay, we're getting there. Last but not least, we're going to go for lips. So I'm going to use Ballet Pink liner from Bobby. And she's got quite thin lips like me, which I quite like, that she hasn't, and definitely no disrespect to anybody who chooses fillers or injections or anything like that. I just quite like that she's got a natural lip. So a natural lip here. Okay, so lipstick. I think that she does a couple of different things. I quite often think that she wears a balm. So like we said, you've got the Bobbi Brown extra lip tint. Some of them are tinted. Or you've got things like the NARS Orgasm Afterglow lip balm. Probably uses that, something similar to that, just out and about on her business. I've heard that she likes the Clarins Natural Lip Perfector. That is such a pretty, natural, glossy, but slightly tinted lip. Now, lipstick wise, she tends to always go for a pink lip, solid or peachy pink. Occasionally you can see her wearing red, but it's not very often at all. She tends to, like I said, have a real uniform look. So on her wedding day, we do know that she used Bobbi Brown Sand Wash Pink lipstick. This one here. Really natural blushed lip colour. Use it on a lot of brides. And it's really, really pretty. I would say that's in between. She changed her style a little bit, and she's probably mixing between something like this and something like this, which colour is Mango. Whether they still do that. They definitely still do the Sand Wash Pink at Bobby. So I'm going to use that today. And then what I'll definitely do is blot that down, because she never has it looking very full or freshly applied. It looks like it's, you know. Now, one thing I'm interested in is in Harry and Meghan's documentary on Netflix, they mentioned, or maybe possibly it was in Harry's book, somebody mentioned, I think it was Harry, that Kate wasn't too happy about showing her lip gloss when Meghan asked to borrow it. And he said that she reluctantly took it out of her purse and smeared it onto her finger. She took it out of her purse, gave it to Meghan, and Meghan popped a bit onto her finger. So I wonder if it was this. Just because it is probably quite a hard product to share, rather than one with a wand. So you can imagine sort of doing that. But so I'm just going to apply that. So that is the Clarins Natural Lip Perfector. Just going to literally blot that on, and then just do that. Okay, so that is my makeup done. So the light is definitely, it's the afternoon, the light is getting not so great in here, so I am gonna go, and I think that's, I'm happy with that. So I think it'll look better with my hair down. I really like the eyes. You can see why she goes for the defined, and this would definitely last you the day. So I think the key products to remember, a lot of Bobby here. Skin Longwear Weightless Foundation from Bobby, SPF 15, oil-free, full cover, and I'm wearing Ivory. I have used their corrector in Extra Light Peach, and I've got Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place Flawless Concealer. Like I said, the Bobbi Brown foundation stick, perfect. So we used the Pot Rouge blusher in Fresh Melon, but you could use Pale Pink. I've gone for Desert Pink blush from Bobbi, no bronzer. I've gone for the Shimmer Brick in Nectar, and I believe she does use the bronze Shimmer Brick as well. And then I did pop a little bit of the highlighter, which was the Bobbi Brown highlighting powder in Honey Glow, just on the cheeks. And I said you could use the Empowered by Huda for the greys or the browns, but we used the Naked 3 palette. Stila Stay All Day Waterproof Liquid Liner Intense Labradorite on the lash line on the top, and for the Naked 3 palette it was definitely all the greys and browns down this end. Ivory under the eyebrow, and then I've taken the powder just in the waterline here. I've taken the powder just in the lash line to give definition, and again did that on the top before I applied the liner as well. I think skincare is really important for the longevity of her makeup, so I love, this is my favourite primer ever, the Vitamin Enriched Face Base from Bobbi. I think Primark are trying to do a dupe. I would probably say I don't think anything can beat that product, but I'm really interested to go and have a look at it. Mascara, I think she probably uses Hypnose by Lancome. I don't have it at the minute, so I used Climax by NARS because it's a full fibre lash brush, and I like that. It gives really natural but defined lashes, so similar to the Hypnose. Lipstick is Bobbi Brown Ballet Pink liner, and then we went for the Sandwash Pink lip colour from Bobbi, which she wore on her wedding day, and we've gone for the Clarins Natural Lip Perfector, just on the lips. I'm really happy with that. And on the brow, sorry, was Gimme Brow from Benefit. And then we had a bit of powder which to set everything, which was Nude Finish Illuminating Powder from Bobbi in Bare. And I'm definitely just gonna spritz and fix with a bit of Urban Decay All Nighter. And we are done. So I'm gonna go and get slightly more Princess of Wales dressed up and do my hair, and I will see you back with the finished look in a minute. Ta-da! Okay, so I'm feeling a little bit more Princess of Wales-esque now with my pearls on. And all I did was actually, I haven't done anything to my hair other than pop it in a bun at the back and then sort of give me a bit of volume. But there we go. So I hope you like it. I really like it. I think this is gonna, I've forgotten how much I liked a Bobby, classic Bobby look, that this is kind of a smoky eye, almost a smoky eye, a well-defined eye, we'll say that, but it's just making the most of all of your features. It's very English rose, which sort of, has been my go-to look for years. I mean, yeah, so very sort of, I don't have much choice really with pale and interesting, very fair English country rose, Northern Irish country rose vibes going on. I'm definitely not one for lots of bronzer and fake tan and things. It just would not suit my skin tone. So I think this really works for me, and I think this would look really nice as a wedding guest kind of look. And again, this could be bridal. So for brides that like a little bit more definition on their eye, I think this is really pretty. So I really enjoyed creating this for you, and it's so nice to be back doing makeup again. If there's any looks you would like to see, then let me know. It'll be interesting to see what she wears tomorrow and how she looks. I think that she will, I mean, she seems to be wearing a lot of blue at the minute. So does Camilla. Obviously Camilla will be wearing her robes, but it'll be interesting to see what colour she goes for, whether she goes for a muted tone. I don't think she will. I think it will be something like a red, or a navy, or a vibrant blue. She certainly suits the blue, so maybe I'll have a go at making some makeup. Maybe I'll have a go at doing the coronation makeup after that. Yeah, so this is my everyday Princess of Wales now makeup look, and I really hope you liked it. So we've mostly used a lot of Bobbi Brown products, and I will list them all over on my Instagram, which is at chronically_breathlessmua. So come and follow me on there, and you'll see lots of my little life, and probably a bit more makeup on there than you're getting on here at the minute, just because it's a bit easier. But do come and follow me, and I'll list all of the products, and we'll go from there. And hopefully I'll be able to get a bit more up for you soon. Thank you all for your patience and staying with me. I've just been really, really poorly, and things are not getting better really, unfortunately, since Christmas. They've just sort of got worse. But I'm having a good day today, which is good, and I've really, really enjoyed it. I've really enjoyed doing this, and it's lifted my spirits. So I hope you've enjoyed watching it as much as I enjoyed creating it. So, and I hope you're all going to tune in tomorrow and watch the coronation. I can't wait. Hand me a cucumber sandwich, a glass of champagne, darling. The bunting is up. We're ready to go, and God bless King Charles III. Long may he reign. Long may they reign. And yeah, can't wait to see Kate and Wills and the whole family. This pomp and circumstance is what we Brits do well. So I'm really excited for tomorrow. So enjoy your bank holiday weekend if you're here in the UK. If you're anywhere else, have a wonderful weekend. Thank you for watching as always, and I will see you soon. Take care. Bye bye.